I want to drop a bag of shit on his front porch.
Yeah.
For say, and it's just, it's like, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be so? And that's why I'm so glad I'm not single anymore.
Totally, dude.
I have such a strong prejudice towards single men. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Xris Beltran podcast. As you guys can tell, we are shooting on a different camera in a different location. No, I did not make it out the hood. We are at Beat Farm Studios, and we are shooting a podcast here with Christian, who is the owner of Beat Farm, and he is also the podcast host of the Beat Farm podcast. Thank you for joining me today. I was going to ask you a very serious question at the start of this. I had this all prepared too. I want to know, kill, fuck, marry. Fender, Gibson, and Ibanez. Go. 10 seconds.
Kill Ibanez.
Okay,
Fuck
fair.
Fender, and then marry Gibson.
You marry Gibson? Okay. I'm kind of married to Fender right now.
Okay.
I got 3 Fenders at home. So. But, yeah. Well, thank you for joining the podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for letting me infest your podcast and use your studio. This is a nice studio. It's beautiful. It looks like an amusement park. Pretty disappointed that there's no Ferris wheel in here, but I'm pretty sure that's coming up soon.
Yeah, well, we got land, so we'll get one out there eventually.
There you go.
Yeah.
And you need tigers and hippos in here just rolling around.
In fact, I have a call in to the Tiger King.
Yeah, there. Yeah.
Yeah, he's as soon as he's out, he's coming over here.
I hope so. He's going to be a very busy person after prison. He's got a lot of podcasts to do.
Yeah,
I'm sure of it, So, but yeah, we're out here in Beat Farm, out in Wilton. I was driving out here and it's out here.
Yeah.
It's really out here.
It's not as far as Woodland though. Is it? It's got to be pretty close.
I don't know. See, I drove from my other job in Vacaville, so I kind of just drove it all the way through.
Okay,
so,
well now,
I've been on the road for a while.
Okay.
But Woodland's not that far. I don't know. It's its own little. I don't know. Woodland. I don't know what to say about it. You know. But Wilton is. It's a pretty. It's a distance, and it's dark outside. It's dark as fuck.
Yeah. No street lights.
No, not at all. You go outside and it's pretty pitch black.
Well, I mean,
I was scared. I thought I was going to get jumped.
I got to be able to get away with murder out here in case I don't like one of my guests.
That makes me feel warm inside. I definitely feel a lot safer, a lot warmer. I'm surprised though you don't have any dogs. Do you have any dogs out here?
Well, we just we had a couple die, and we are onto the new set, and we're growing
That's
them.
good.
They're puppies.
Glad.
Yeah.
I'm glad because dogs bark a lot.
Yeah.
When newcomers
100%.
pop up, I hate dealing with country dogs, because they're like the thug versions.
Oh yeah.
Of normal dogs. Suburban dogs, they're kind of bitches. Like they're pussies.
Yeah.
But then when you go out to the country, dude, they have these dogs.
They're big ones usually.
And they typically have muscle. They typically run a lot faster than normal dogs. And they fight other animals.
Oh, 100%.
They don't fight dogs. They will fight coyotes and wolves.
We've had some mean ones out here. I've literally got like a dog graveyard in the back. We've had at least 20 over the course of our family owning this property. That goes back beyond me being alive, but yes, we've had a lot.
That's some pet cemetery shit right there.
Totally.
That is.
Yeah.
You could curse somebody, Who knows what else is buried back there?
Yeah,
more could be more bodies. Could be YouTubers back there, and I'm waiting in line.
Yeah.
So this is probably the last podcast that we'll do. So, but thanks for having us.
Yeah,
The studio is so beautiful. I like it. I don't know what the hell this is.
This is an old crate. This is actually my great granddad's old.
Is he buried in here too?
No, he's not.
Damn, this is hardcore. This is a spooky podcast.
It's vintage, bro. It's an antique, man. Also, I didn't have anything else to set it on, and I didn't want to buy a table. It's partially thrifty.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
eventually I'm gonna get a nice little stack here, but
I like how you just threw a bunch of like computer shit on top of like a museum
it adds to the character.
artifact.
It adds to the character of the place,
It
man.
does. It really does. And you got the neon lights. See, I was driving back here and I didn't know if I was going to the right place. But then I saw like all these neon lights and everything in the back and I was like, I'm definitely here.
Well, welcome.
Yeah. This is
You should come
awesome.
during the day. It's really beautiful.
I know. I would like to see where I'm going.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, but I didn't look, but I'm sure the stars look amazing out here.
They're definitely better than the city for sure.
Oh yeah,
But yeah, it's nice.
Do you like living so far out of the city?
Well, actually, this is my family property, so I don't really live out here.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay.
I have a house in Sacramento, but yeah, I grew up around here, and I spent a lot of time out here, and I prefer living in the country.
Okay.
You know, and being out here, and I like it because I can do whatever I want on the land, and nobody's calling you for noise complaints and
No.
where you're building what and stuff. So
That's why I want to get out of the city because
yeah,
society is getting a little too rambunctious.
dude, society, bro.
And it's just I'm getting ready for the end of times. I've been doing a lot of research on bug out bags.
Bug out bags. What's that?
You never heard of a bug out bag? So it's like it's just a backpack full of like things to start a fire with.
Oh, 72-hour kit. Yeah. Okay, I have one of those.
Okay,
I have
the
one of
bug out
those.
bag is like a
That's like a new
it's like a
term
slang
for it.
term
Yeah.
for it.
Yeah.
It's just basically you bug out.
Yeah.
You got to grab this and bug out of here. And I've been just like the one thing that I've been doing is I have this old iPad that I don't use, and I've been downloading maps.
That's smart.
And just putting it on. Now, of course, if we get hit by an EMP, we're fucked. But if a bomb dropped 80 miles that way,
Yeah.
we got to head out. Grab the iPad. We don't have internet. Boom, boom, boom. I got the map of California. Got the map of Nevada. I have all the maps.
Good for about an hour.
For about an hour. Yeah. Well, I mean, we gotta. The iPad is a slow burn, luckily.
Okay, that's true.
Yeah. So those last a while. Put it on low brightness. They could last you for a long time.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is a good place to like even throw up a bunker.
Totally.
I've always wanted a bunker. I've been really getting into like doomsday preppers.
Have you seen those ones where they basically take those pipes that they use for, I don't even know what they
Like
use
oil?
it for. It might be oil or
Like
electrical.
The big ones.
Yeah, and then they
Yeah,
dig a
that's used
hole.
for, like, oil.
They bury it in. Okay.
Yeah. I
are
saw
cool.
one where this guy took school buses.
No
Took old discarded school buses, bought them from the local school district that I think he was a custodian for. And so they sold it to him for a good deal, and he dug them like 6 feet underground.
Wow.
And
Why
that's
school buses out of all the things you could get?
because they got a good framework already. You don't got to build them.
Okay.
You just rip out those, rip out all the chairs,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
and they're pretty tall.
Yeah.
So you can walk through them without bumping your head on everything. I mean, it's a tight fit for me.
Yeah.
But I mean, if bombs start flying, people start dying,
There was somebody that actually built like a hobbit house. Did you see that online?
I don't think I have.
There was this dude that literally just had like an upper area that was showing. You could see like a front door, and then you go in, and there's like a full on house. He built it down. He was on some sort of mountain to where the door was high, and then the backyard was low. So like from the front, you can't even see the house.
Yeah, that's a hobby. That is a hobby that people have, and
Dude, they put a lot of time and effort into that.
They do, and it's a shame that they don't make money off of it.
They should. There's people out there doing it.
There probably is.
Those guys that are selling you the 72-hour kits that are pre-done.
I've considered buying those, but I kind of did the math, and it's like you're spending a little bit more than you should.
Yeah.
Also, when you compile the bug out bag yourself, you know what's in it.
Yeah.
You know it to a T, and so you can't take stuff out and everything. But see, my issue is like I bought a first aid kit for my hiking bag, and I refuse to use it. I refuse to use the first aid kit. One time I scratched myself on a rock and I was like, I'm just going to keep going, dude. I don't want to waste a
Save the
Band-Aid.
Band-Aids for the next
Just
time.
got to save the Band-Aids. And I really shouldn't, but I just do anyway.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know.
Dude, that's funny. I actually was an Eagle Scout, so I went and I did all
Oh,
that camping
okay.
and learning how to do all the first aid.
That's interesting. I wish I
Totally
was an
intense.
Eagle Scout. I would have gotten kicked out. I would have been one of those kids that put underwear on the flagpole. That is definitely the type of person I am.
That's hilarious.
But yeah, speaking of scouts, I don't know if you know, but Girl Scouts selling them cookies.
Dude, totally. I've got some people at work selling me, and it's been great. There's cookies passing around the whole office, and
You know, I really like how the system teaches girls, how to start their own business, and like
totally.
nothing is better than starting your own, like, than teaching girls how to start their own business. Like selling cookies for such a pristine, group. Also, selling drugs is like a really good way to teach little girls
It's a good segue.
to, sell and start a business.
Yes.
Speaking of business, and selling and girls,
Yeah.
are you familiar with something that was in the news lately? Kim Kardashian and her comments towards young women in business.
I don't know. I don't even know.
No, oh man. So
you have that?
I wish I had my computer up right now. Otherwise, I would. But like, and I will tell you almost exactly what she said because I watched the clip.
Paraphrasing.
She was on this show. I don't know what the show was.
Yeah.
But she was being asked, "What advice do you give to women
Yeah.
in business right now?" And she goes, "You want to know? Get off your ass and work. Surround yourself with people that are working. Fuck all those other type of, she didn't say fuck, but
Yeah.
basic. Now I'm paraphrasing. Fuck all those lazy people.
Yeah.
Fuck all those negative people."
Mhm.
And it kind of drew some backlash.
What's the cause? I mean, isn't that true?
True for who? True for who?
Somebody that wants to be successful.
If you're someone who thinks they work hard, and you hear that and you get angry,
okay.
chances are
Yeah.
you're not working very
I could
hard.
see why the backlash is for her because she kind of came in on the coattails of kind of her mom and her dad.
Yeah.
And she just kind of was born into this situation where it's pretty easy to grow off of the base that she was given. And some people don't have that luxury, and they work probably 10 times as hard as she does, and they will never get to the success that she has.
Here's why I disagree with that.
Okay, go ahead.
We have seen so many people take a nosedive fall from grace.
That's true.
And people in her position.
Yeah, good point.
And you could say, now, of course, a millionaire transitioning into a millionaire is not much.
Right. Yeah.
That's if you're staying the same, you're staying the same. Good job.
Yeah, good point. Yeah.
There's a lot of people that just head down.
Yeah.
But for someone like her who has transitioned into this mega business person,
Yeah.
along with her philanthropic adventure and the endeavors,
Yeah.
I kind of feel like she does deserve to say something like that, and it holds significant merit.
Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. I guess I can see why somebody. I guess I'm not saying that I agree with the backlash. I'm just saying I can understand
Why
what
there
the
is-
backlash would
yeah.
be. So and that's for my family. In fact, my mom was the breadwinner in our family, so I understand.
That's because you're Italian. That's
Maybe.
that's how being
It
Italian
could be.
is.
Well, I mean, my mom's not Italian, but yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I mean, you're part Italian.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how it is.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Yes. Yeah.
Occasionally is, she probably made a lot of the rules too.
Yeah.
She probably enforced a lot of the rules
Yes.
too.
Yeah.
So, go moms.
I know,
go
right?
Italian moms.
Yeah. So I'm pro mom. I'm pro woman businesswoman, or I guess a businesswoman.
Well, I would hope so.
But
I would hope so.
yeah, and then but there is an element of
I
you
w-
have to work hard,
I,
and
I feel like we would have to cut this podcast off before like, I'm not pro woman.
I know, right?
Like, all right. Well, thanks for watching, guys. It's been a good one.
But to weigh that out, I actually just talked about this on my last podcast. I went into the new Canes in Elk Grove,
Okay.
and there's no men's bathroom. There's a woman's bathroom and an
And
all-gender single-use bathroom.
That's fine. Whatever.
It's fine. It's fine when you're an adult and a man. I can hold it. But the problem was I was there with my daughter. So what do? She had to go pee. Somebody was in the single-use for like 10 minutes.
Just take a timeout from your gender. That's what you can do nowadays. It's
Yeah.
just, you know what? I'm a girl for just like 5 minutes. I gotta take my daughter to the bathroom. I'll come back. Don't worry. Also, men can piss outdoors, which is
Yeah, that's true.
a
But I'm not
gift
saying
from God.
that's what I'm not saying. It's like if it was me, if it was just me in that situation, I wouldn't care. Like, yeah, whatever. I'll go freaking pee wherever. But the deal was, my daughter was there, and I didn't want to get into any conflict in front of her. If I went into the women's bathroom, like, and she's the one that had to go to the potty, so it just makes it a weird situation.
Yeah.
So I guess I'm saying, I'm also, let's not leave out the men. I'm pro woman, but like let's try to like balance it a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
I kind of have a prejudice towards men.
Yeah.
A lot. Single men. I absolutely despise single men. Thank God you're married. My fiance tells me a lot of stories about where she works for a restaurant.
Yeah.
Which.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Probably
A lot of bottom of the barrel people working at a restaurant.
Oh,
A lot
yeah.
of horny bottom of the barrel horned dogs.
Yeah.
That just they say the weirdest shit. And I'm gonna say this on camera. My fiance may not want me to say this on camera, but I'm just gonna say it because no one at her work is going to see this. So this is great.
Okay.
But like, dude, fuck men. They're so manipulative.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like okay, so she got asked, oh, what are you doing with your man this weekend?
Yeah. Okay.
First off, what are you doing this weekend? That's
Why are you
how
trying to
normal people start a conversation.
Yeah.
Unless we were going to Disney. Oh, what are you doing with your man in Disney? Are you guys going to check out Star Wars World?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's understandable. But he just comes up out of nowhere, starts the convo with, what are you doing with your man this weekend? And she replies, oh, he's got work. He's busy.
Okay. Okay.
And his disgusting retort was, oh, he's not making time for you?
Oh, that sucks.
And I just want to say,
That's a low blow.
I want to drop a bag of shit on his front porch.
Yeah.
For say, and it's like, why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be so? And that's why I'm so glad I'm not single anymore.
Totally, dude.
I have such a strong prejudice towards single men.
Yeah.
And it's like, how women are like, oh, men suck. Like, they're just single men.
Yeah.
They're just single men. Or they're single men in a relationship.
Right.
That's it. It doesn't like you have to be dating somebody. You have to be dating a man for a while in order for them to not be single. Of course, they can be committed, but in their head, they're still single.
Right.
And I hate them.
Right.
With a passion.
Yeah, those people are the worst.
Yeah. So,
for sure.
That's
why I'm glad. I mean, look, I'm 5'2", bro. I did not stand a chance.
It's a rough.
I didn't stand a chance in the woman in that game, Whew. So I was glad to find somebody that worked for me and like she's perfect.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I got out of the game.
Than you?
No, she's not. She's Vietnamese.
Oh.
But anyways,
that's all you gotta say. You don't even say her height. Okay, all right. I know exactly. How tall she is,
dude. It was meant to be. I wholeheartedly believe that because she's fantastic.
Okay.
And I'm so glad I got out of the game fast. Like, cause like I'm not playing that shit. You know,
When did you get married? How old were you?
20, at least 25. I forget, 24, 25.
Okay, well, I hope she doesn't listen to this. I hope she doesn't.
Dude,
It's not a
literally,
podcast
it's what's
for our
crazy
girls
is
right now.
as soon as you get married, everything just becomes a blur because everything just moves fast, bro.
Dude, I'm getting married this year.
That's
I'm
exciting, man.
engaged. I'm getting married in October,
Got it.
and
Where you gonna-
I'm excited.
You planning like to go somewhere? Like, what's your wedding plans?
Not fucking it up. That's the first. That's the first goal.
That's
not
good.
fucking it up. Our wedding plans. We're getting married in Lincoln,
Nice. That's a beautiful
which
area.
is a fucking drive.
Yes.
We're getting married on this golf course, which is
Is it
you
Top
know,
Golf?
I wish it's not that far from Top Golf though. It really isn't. It's about a 4-minute drive.
Dude, that would be an awesome wedding having at Top Golf.
Oh, absolutely. Oh yeah. I've always wanted a wedding at like. Okay. So this is a. Our first argument as an engaged couple. I'll tell you this.
Okay. Okay.
First off, we met while we both worked at Applebee's.
Okay.
So I thought it would be cool if we had Applebee's cater for the wedding.
Sounds
Now-
logical.
And I just want to say, fuck your prime rib.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want no mashed potatoes and salad. I want hot wings
Okay.
at the wedding.
Smart. Yeah.
Who doesn't want hot wings and mozzarella sticks at a wedding?
Dude, that's the flavor of the generation. Hot wings, nachos, bro. Why am I trying to do all this fancy shit?
What are we doing? Why I don't want no goddamn carrot on a stick.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not trying to have like, you know.
It's a feast. Let's have a feast like
I'm
the
not-
Polynesians, man.
Yeah.
Let's have a celebration and just go ham.
I'm not trying to wrap salami with like, I don't know, an olive and stick a toothpick in it and pay $2 a stick
Yeah.
when we can just get Applebee's to send us some nachos. I want beer pub pretzel sticks.
Okay, so this is what you want, but what is the wife getting?
Obviously we had a long discussion about it
Okay.
on what we should do for catering, location,
Yeah.
date, and everything. And so I compromised with her. We both compromised. And now we're doing absolutely everything that she wants to do, which is a pretty fair compromise if you ask me. I'm shocked that I made it out not in chains.
Yeah, well, yeah, so compromise for you is freedom in exchange for her doing whatever she wants.
I don't know what you mean by freedom. Certainly don't have it.
She's allowing you to be here. She's allowing you to
She's
come
allowing me to be
here
here.
for now.
But we're on a time crunch. I gotta get home soon. I'm dipping after this podcast.
Do you live with her right now?
We live with each other.
You live
Yeah,
together.
we
That's
live
cool.
with each other. And the reason why the house looks clean is because of her.
Yeah, totally.
So yeah, we don't have any kids yet.
Is that in the plan or?
She doesn't want them.
Yeah,
She doesn't want them.
that's good.
Not because she doesn't want kids. That's good. Yeah.
I mean,
That's good.
don't do it. I'm just
take
saying.
it from someone who has 2 kids. That's good.
Don't do it until you're absolutely ready
Of
to
course.
make that sacrifice. You know.
No, we're waiting. We don't want to have kids in California because kids are
Yeah.
shitty in this state. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're right.
Your kids are probably gonna be shitty.
Yeah, they're definitely. It's definitely
Yeah.
gonna be.
Oh. Oof.
Look, this is the thing. We've been fortunate enough to have my wife stay home, and that
Oh, that's great.
That-
That's excellent.
that
Wow.
is, I mean, look, whatever you want to say about their traditional family, it makes a huge difference because
Oh, yeah.
the girls are turning out great,
Good.
and my wife's doing a great
You
job.
have 2 girls.
Yeah,
Okay.
so girls are a little easier too.
That'd be funny if you're like, yeah, the girls are turning out great. The guys, on the other hand,
Yeah, the guys,
they're fucked.
they're under my supervision and they're screwed.
Yeah, one of them's missing an arm. That was my move. That was my accident. I shouldn't let him play with fireworks, but we're learning.
Dude, 100%.
Yeah. So, but yeah, dude, I work as a custodian
Okay.
for a high school,
Yeah.
and I really can't express to you enough how awful
Dude.
some of these kids.
Dude.
And like, listen, because my fiance, she likes to verbalize some of her struggles. Let's just say that.
Right.
A lot.
Right.
Too much. And I told her just yesterday, you can't do that anymore, especially when we have kids, because I'll be damned if I have a 7-year-old come up to me. I'm hungry, and like they sound like that, and I've heard kids just talk, and it's like, yo, you need to get your shit rocked. You got it. Like, that's what I've been telling people lately is,
Yeah.
like, some of these kids just need to get their shit rocked.
Totally.
And, not by me.
Yeah.
It's got to be done by somebody else. And, like, I'm not, like, people are very offended by sometimes when I mention that. And I
Yeah.
don't mean it like, no, like, every kid needs to get their shit rocked.
Yeah.
I just think you need to get 20 in a room, have them all agree that adults are dumb.
Yeah.
And then one of them, like, say, oh, fuck adults. And then you just need one to hit the ground.
Dude.
And then the other 19 will be like, oh, I don't think I should talk like that anymore.
Yeah.
And we don't have that in our society. We don't have that check.
There was a time, and I feel like we need to go a little bit more towards this.
Okay.
Again, when kids were left to figure it out on their own. And the parents weren't like, nowadays when you set up a play date with the kid or another kid, it's like the parents are all there in the room watching, and they're all just like, oh no, don't, and like they're getting involved in the conflicts and stuff. It's like, we need to I feel like we need to go back to leaving them in the room. It's the kids' time and the grown-ups' time. And they just kind of figure it out amongst themselves.
Here's the issue with that. I agree with where you're coming from, but I also believe that there's a problem in today's society where parents leave their kids alone too much.
That could be true.
Because a lot of them just like,
well,
I want to play something.
Yeah.
I gotta do something, and the parents are just like, fucking, just take the goddamn iPad.
Yeah.
Swipe it.
Well.
And then
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fortnite. Among Us. That's what kids are nowadays.
Yeah, that's true. I guess I forget about the fact that exists, because when I was a kid, when we played together as kids, there was none of that. Like, you literally were just like you fighting or playing or working that shit out.
Yeah.
Like a normal human. You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, so yeah, that's totally true. That it's a different game.
Yeah, that's why my kids aren't. When I have kids, I'm throwing away the television. I'm just gonna throw it in the garbage.
We don't even have. We have one television in my office.
God bless your.
And I locked the door.
God bless your heart.
Dude, it is hard. It is a hard thing to do. They still get away. Like, sometimes they'll take my wife's phone when she's really stressed.
That's not good.
We try to, like, literally Peppa Pig is like all we let her watch and stuff.
Peppa Pig's good. Just
Dude.
watch out.
Yeah.
I don't know if you heard that. I don't know if you heard the story. There was a news story of kids are developing English accents because they're watching so much Peppa Pig.
That's not the worst thing. I mean, like.
I know, but it's very interesting how they're like, Mama,
Dude.
and you're like, yo, you're Mexican. Stop.
Dude, that's an interesting like study to do. Is see how accents and culture is going to change now that there's only one.
Like globalization and everything. Yeah.
Like, there's not like one sector of the world where you're just like, isolated, and the way you talk is the way you talk. Now you're influenced by all these different cultures.
The one thing that's really interesting that I find super interesting is how there's a subculture in Black culture that is so into Japanese culture.
Really?
To the point where they may not say this, but when I talk to them, when I, see what's in their room, what they listen to music-wise, they're more a part of Japanese and Korean culture.
I think that was the other one.
Just as much as or more so than like black culture
Yeah.
or American black culture.
Yeah.
And that's insane.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's weird. I wonder what is pushing them that way. I guess I mean the
'Cause,
Japanese culture.
I mean,
Let's
it's
just
cool.
let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Japanese culture is super dope.
It's
They're
the coolest fucking thing in the world.
they're one of the only people that have figured out a way to be progressive in technology, but also conservative in the way they treat each other.
Oh yeah.
And like not through force. Like China's kind of doing it, but they're forcing people to do it.
Yeah.
Japan has figured out a way to do it. I don't know what's going on. I haven't done a study on it, and I am not, I'm not trying to speak for them, but seemingly it's all, they all are choosing to act the way that they do, and they're doing it in a great way.
And like, back then anime was an alien comes down and people shoot balls of light from their hand and
Yeah.
kill the alien
Yeah.
eventually and throw fists. Now there's animes of firefighters with superpowers that fight big fire monsters. And you can't make this shit up in the United States. You really can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what anime I'm talking about?
No,
It's like
I don't know
it's
that
like
for-
some fire force.
But I'm
or
aware
whatever.
of how much there is out there, and I've seen some crazy ones. Yeah.
It's insane. One anime that I like to watch is how many dumb. What is it called? How many dumbbells can you lift? I think that's the name of the anime, and it's
That's an anime.
yeah, and it's I could be wrong. I could be wrong on the name of that, but that's like it's a question
Sounds
of
like
like
a game
dumbbells
show.
can you weigh, and it's basically like a anime on working out, and it's like on training and getting healthy and eating right, and it's a very charismatic show. I guarantee you will enjoy it. And if you're into working out, if
That's
anyone's into working out, this will motivate you to go as a beginner.
Dude, that's a cool concept.
There's some real crazy out there concepts
Yeah.
in Japan and in anime, and they pump out some weird shit.
Yeah, man.
But it's not weird. You're not watching it like this is fucking. What is this? Like,
Dude,
you're along for the ride.
you're along for the ride. It's funny. It's entertaining. It's grabbing. Like there's some of the stuff that they talk about, like the quotes and stuff, is like out of a freaking I don't even know some godly book.
Yeah.
It's like how did you
Character development
the
in
insight
these
and shit?
shows
It's crazy.
is so good.
Yeah.
But I think we're going through like a massive television golden age right now. Like
yeah.
anime is just up
Yeah.
there. Even live action shows. There's
Yeah.
so many good live action shows.
Are you thinking it's downhill from here? Is that what you're saying, or you think entertainment's gonna have to transform in order to get better?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes it goes woke, and that's kind of like where
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
the stone wall of progression. I think
Yeah,
is going woke in some of the
Yeah.
stuff. I mean, you can portray politics and social issues and everything in certain types of media, but some shows just they just get stonewalled when
Yeah, and it's definitely like that on Netflix and stuff now. You're seeing it even on TV. Like, it's crazy that The Office, like, people say this all the time, that The Office, if it came out today, would not be allowed. And I used to watch that show. I was like, this is pretty mild. Like,
it is pretty wild.
it's not
yeah.
like that crazy, but there's some funny stuff on there, and that stuff's not accepted. Like nowadays, it's like there's no humor anymore.
No.
You can't make fun of anything. Have you seen that new South Park episode about where they? Do you watch South Park?
I occasionally do. I haven't seen any new shit though.
I'm not. I forget all the character names. But what's the guy that walks with the stilts and stuff? Or he has like crutches.
Is it Timmy?
Timmy, yeah. Timmy. He gets like a late night show, and instead of like actually saying jokes on there, he starts to show off as a comedic bit, just like complimenting people, and that's like the jokes. it's like. Oh, dude, you gotta watch that. It's funny. It's a funny clip.
Yeah.
It's like-
I used to be into South Park like back when I was in high school because it was like the thing to watch.
Yeah,
Like where it was like, did you watch South Park? They say this? And it's like, what? And that was back when adult animation was like
Yeah.
kind of starting,
Yeah.
really. It really started back in like the early 2000s.
Yeah.
And I mean, you had Simpsons,
Yeah.
but
They've kind of
Simpsons was
paved the
like
way.
not. Yeah, Simpsons paved the way, but it wasn't so adult.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking for mature audiences.
It's pretty mild.
Yeah.
What's funny is I'm actually on this bender right now. I'm trying to watch all the Simpsons. I'm in like season 15. It's taking forever.
That is a lot. It's on Disney Plus, so
It
I
is.
guess you can finish it.
Yeah.
That's a mission.
It's a commitment that I made, and like I'm halfway through, and I'm like, oh shit. Like,
how long have you been doing that though?
it's been a couple months, just like on and off watching.
Oh, okay.
Like
That's
I
it?
literally,
Couple months. Damn.
well, I mean, like I literally like sometimes it's in the background. I'm not like like sitting there staring at the screen, but yeah, I have it playing a lot, just like.
So I'll occasionally watch like those short animes.
Yeah.
But the one anime that I was like, I'm committing to this through thick and thin is One Piece.
Okay.
Do you ever watch One Piece?
Haven't
It's
heard of
about
that one.
pirates and everything. It's about 2,000 episodes. It feels like I'm on episode 750.
How long are the episodes? You said?
They're like 22 minutes.
So it's a full. I mean, it's a full episode.
Yeah, it's a full episode. I've been
Jeez.
watching it since middle school.
Wow.
And that was back when it wasn't that good. And like in retrospect, it's a slow burn.
Wow.
You gotta watch at least 100. Like, you know how it's like, oh, how many episodes does it take to get good? It's like, oh, dude, the second episode, that's when it fucking takes off. Or like the 6th episode, that's when they open it up. It's like, no, you gotta watch about 130 episodes before it gets good.
What kept you going through it?
I was in middle school.
Okay.
So it was like,
Did it come out then, or was that like were you getting in half game
no,
and now
it's been
continued?
around since the 90s, but the early 90s or mid 90s, which I was like, I was born in 92.
Okay.
So, I mean, I wasn't around for that, but that's when I started to read the manga and then I started watching the anime. And I just thought of the concept of pirates being really cool. And now there's so many payouts.
Yeah, yeah.
So it's unfortunate that you have to commit so hard. Now they have condensed arcs into movies.
Really?
Which is really good for those that are picking it up because
Are they gonna shoot through all the important info really fast? So you
yeah,
can kind of get up to
there's
speed?
a lot of like, oh, we got to go to the other side of the island. Let's go. They go to the other side of the island. Oh, shit. We have to be on the other side of the island. We got to go back.
Oh,
They
yeah,
get back.
yeah.
No one's here. Oh, it's over there. It's been over there the whole time. Like, they cut out those 6 episodes.
Okay, that's 6 episodes right there.
It's good that they do that. They realize that they fucked up. And now there's more hits.
That's got to be a passion project. Like that dude that's making that, he
Yes.
doesn't care. He's just
It's
living
the
his life.
longest running anime, I believe. It's
Okay.
even ran longer than Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z.
Wow.
I think it's longer than Naruto for sure. And Naruto is
Naruto's
that's
pretty
another
heavy.
commitment.
I got
I'm
through
not going to start that one until I finish One Piece though, or
Oh,
catch
okay.
up to One Piece. It's still
Okay.
going. So
I watched the first Naruto, like the one where he's young. I never got into his older ones, but
those ones are actually better.
yeah.
Believe it or not. But the young timeline that he has, it's still pretty good. I watched all of those already.
Yeah.
But I just haven't gone through Shippuden because it's such a commitment. It's 4 times as long. Also, the thing with anime too nowadays is there's so much filler.
Yeah, yeah.
There is so much filler. Like Naruto is really long because they did the story and then they just did so much filler
Like side quest kind of stuff.
before
yeah.
they even went on beyond that. And
Yeah.
like it's like useless shit where it's like it kind of like they kind of developed these characters a bit more emotionally,
Yeah.
but that emotion and that relationship doesn't really come up later in the show.
Right.
So that's why it's really hard to watch some of these because, like, sometimes, like, when you're watching a filler episode of an anime, just say for, like, Naruto.
Yeah.
I don't think Naruto really does this, but when you're watching filler episodes, it's like, oh, we have knives and we have swords and we have punches and kicks and then when a filler episode comes on, it's like, oh, let me hop on the computer real quick. It's like, whoa, 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 where did this computer come from?
Yeah.
What? It's just a filler episode, guys. We got a computer in here. This is the best we can do. This is original writing.
Dude, that's hilarious. Yeah, because you're usually like setting back in the time. You're just expecting that it's back in the day when there's no computers.
Or like, you know how Japanese food is, where like, Japanese food portrayed in anime is like, oh, let's eat ramen, let's eat noodles, we're gonna have chicken, and all of a sudden, like out of nowhere, they're like, oh yeah, we're barbecuing hot dogs.
Yeah.
We're having hot dogs this episode, guys. It's a filler episode. Don't worry, we're cool. And it's just like, what? They've never had hot dogs before.
Dude, that's hilarious.
And yeah.
Do they? I wonder, does Japan work the same way as America, where we have like seasons and it has to be within one episode every week, and it's gotta go for 50.
So I think what they do is they go like a weekly episodes.
Yeah.
But they will take breaks.
Yeah.
Like a month-long break. Sometimes they'll take a week-long break. Sometimes other studios will do the filler episodes, or like what One Piece does is they'll make companion pieces to movies that are done by different studios.
Yeah.
So what they'll do is after this specific arc, there will be 4 episodes done by another studio that are a companion piece to a movie that you're supposed to watch after it.
Yeah.
And then they go back to the regular episodes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but to be writing that for 30 years, imagine writing the same story.
Dude, Coke, bro.
For 30 years.
There's no way they can
I'm
get you.
sure. It's
Dude,
one guy. It's one.
He's coming. He has to have a team.
He has the manga that he draws. He obviously does not do the anime.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, he consults the anime for the fillers and everything like that, but he's mainly primarily
he comes up with all the storylines, or he just does the art part.
All him. All fucking him.
Man, I can't even imagine.
And he knows what's happening hundreds of episodes in the future.
Dude.
And so
that's more like a shrooms and Coke kind of thing. Like, you have to.
He just has a vision.
Dude, I mean,
people just have a vision sometimes and they just go for it.
That's mad.
But that's the thing with anime is like, how, well, I mean, novels do this too.
Yeah.
But, one person is writing the whole thing. It's not like a TV show. TV show, you got like a team of writers, team of editors, people that put this together, that produce it, that direct it. But like when it comes to like Japanese art and like anime,
yeah,
it's just one motherfucking dude, and this is what he set out to do since the beginning.
Dude, that's heavy, bro.
What's our time right now?
We're at 47.
47. Okay, I finally see it.
Yeah.
All right. Man.
Yeah,
time flies.
Dude, anime, especially. Once we got on the anime topic, it's just like, sky's the limit.
Yeah. But we also did shoot a podcast before this one.
Yeah.
I will try to link that one down below if you guys want to catch that one out. Same setup too. This is.
We just did back to back.
Back to back. This is episode 2 of Beat Farm Xris Beltran podcast. So
it's episode 4/B for me.
4/B. There you go. That's one way to.
It might be 5 actually.
That's. You have filler just like anime, probably. He's got filler. So he's gonna pull out a hot dog out of nowhere on one of them and just be like, "Yep, this is filler, guys.
Yep,
this is the podcast filler."
Dude, totally.
But
I'm gonna put in an episode in here about gardening and all that kind of shit.
You got to,
totally.
One time I was so stressed one week. Literally just came out and said, "Guys, I don't feel like shooting a podcast. I'm gonna have a casual conversation with my cousin. Anything goes. You don't gotta watch it. This is filler episode for sure. This is a filler episode for sure." And, because it's got to be fun for you too, though.
Yeah, I mean that's mainly what I want. Is,
You can't talk about, interviews all the time. Like even Joe Rogan, if you look at someone like him, who's like the podcast king right now, he's bringing on people that are in politics, and he's bringing on people in, you know, like the news, journalists, authors, and
yeah,
people like esteemed people that have done things. And then sometimes he just brings in a dude who just like took shrooms and talked about it.
yeah.
And sometimes you got to have those burner episodes because it gets hard also researching for podcasts sometimes.
Yeah.
And like when you grow your podcast, and you're gonna do this too, like you're on episode 4, I'm on episode, I don't know, I think this is 57. You eventually want to get better and better, and so you do research, and you want to ask good questions and lead the conversation into a specific direction. And
Right.
and it's just like it's a consuming art form. And I thought podcasts were just like, let's my favorite color is red.
You actually have to have something going on up in the brain in order that can come out,
Yeah, and a lot of podcasts are dumb.
Oh yeah.
A lot of them are dumb.
Yeah.
And I mean, a lot of mine are dumb.
But people are watching them, so who cares?
I sometimes throw on some stuff just to listen to it.
Join the party, bro. It's all good, bro.
Like, well, when you see, I work as a custodian, so sometimes you just throw in shit in your ears just to listen to shit.
Oh yeah.
While you're doing stuff, and then before you know it, the day's done.
Yeah.
And you're no longer mopping or cleaning up after these fucked up kids. It's you just easy sailing the whole time. It's like a drug, really. I don't recommend taking drugs while being a custodian.
But podcasting is okay. That's an okay drug for a janitorial.
It's good.
Position.
I don't recommend drugs on a podcast, though.
Okay.
I don't.
That's a good advice, because I was kind of going that way.
A lot of my podcasts at first, too, I used to smoke a lot before the podcast, but then I kind of feel like they deteriorated into, what if aliens came down and told you that you were God? Like,
yeah.
That's what they kind of like turned into.
Yeah.
And so, in trying to grow, maybe not be a stony baloney on camera.
I have a sauna at my house I built. And not this house, the one I actually live
We should have shot this podcast in there.
Maybe
we
can.
need to do a sauna cast.
Yeah, totally. It's small. I mean,
Just,
you actually might not fit. Because I had to chop it down because somebody called the county, and this is why I want to live out in the land.
Narcs, dude. This has happened at other podcasts, on other episodes. We fucking hate narcs.
Dude, they're the worst. So I built this sauna. It was actually during right when COVID kind of hit, and I was like, I got nothing to do. I'm gonna build a sauna in my house. I did it totally custom. Just went down to Lowe's, bought a bunch of raw materials, and put it up. And yeah, okay, it was a rough build, and yeah.
By the way, I love how you said Matillas.
Yeah.
You said material.
Materials.
I knew you were saying materials, but just got a bunch of raw Matillas.
Materials.
Whatever, man.
Whatever.
They're just words. Who cares?
All right. You got me. But anyways, I built this thing from scratch, and this lady called. It was not a perfect build.
Yeah.
There was some flaws.
Okay.
I could have done a little better, but I did it, and somebody called on me, and I had to chop the thing down underneath the.
Do you know who?
I have suspicions.
You have suspicions,
but I'm not gonna. I don't have any concluding evidence.
I say we go lay down some cement, and then take their cat and just drop the cat in the cement and let the cement dry. How fucked up would that be?
You know what? After this, I'll give you her address.
Okay, let's do it. Let's leave a steaming bag of dog shit on fire on her doorstep.
Let's
do it,
yeah,
dude.
Okay. Do it anytime.
By the way, he didn't correct me when I said her, so I know it's a girl.
The suspicion. I said it's a suspicion. No concluding evidence, but I think it's a girl.
There isn't a dude narc. Dudes don't narc. It's women.
Yeah. Typically, yeah. Unless they don't have balls.
Yeah.
Figuratively.
I just, or literally.
Or literally.
Or literally.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you can't X out anybody.
Yeah.
Anything's possible.
That's true. Good point.
So, but I mean, just those narcs.
Narcs in general. I don't care. Man or woman, narcs suck.
Narcs, they do. Man or what?
Or whatever. All genders. Sorry.
All genders. We're not stopping at men and women, guys.
I'm
okay?
slow.
All genders. I don't care who you are. A narc is a narc. I don't care if you're an alien. If you're a dog, man's best friend, and you go, rough. Fuck you, dog.
Yeah, totally.
You damn dirty dog.
But anyways, I would love to have you in the sauna, but you might not. Your head might hit the ceiling.
That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. I don't fit in a lot of places. Don't fit in a lot of places.
It must be, yeah. I mean,
Most
I'm looking at you. I'm like, geez, I wish.
I can't fit in a Miata.
Really?
Absolutely not.
Dude,
I used to work for Nissan and
Really?
Mazda. They would have me. I would have to drive those Miatas. I really couldn't, dude.
Like
It
this?
was like being in the womb. Seat all the way back, all the way leaned. Still,
Fill it up with some
Still,
water.
I'm like, it's like the steering wheel's down here, and I look like I'm giving birth, and I'm pressing, and oh, and sometimes there's sticks too.
Oh yeah, and you can barely get it back. Like your knee. I'm sure it's hitting your knee. When
So you gotta like the clutch on a Miata when you're 6'7". That's a skill.
Yeah, flexible. You got to be flexible.
You gotta be.
Get that yoga in, bro.
It's a clown car for sure.
Yeah,
You come out and you keep coming out.
Yeah.
And you don't give up. You don't, because there's been times where I've gotten in the Miata, and it's like when it's cold, I think science, you're smaller.
Yeah.
You're a little bit more compact in the cold. When it's hot, you just get in and the
You're
car's
like
hot.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just sit there and you're like, I give up.
Totally.
I give up. But you can't give up. You just got to throw that bitch in gear and drive it the fuck off. And return it, of course. I think we're hitting our time.
Yeah, we are.
Dude.
A couple minutes in.
Yeah. Couple
Left,
minutes
left,
out.
Left. Yeah.
That's fine. We'll cut it short. I'm not getting paid.
You're
We're not getting paid.
I thought that was the whole reason I thought we talked about that.
Absolutely not.
Oh shit.
No.
Get out of here, bro.
I lied.
Get the fuck out of here.
I lied. We're not getting exposure. Don't you just like that?
That's money enough.
That's money. That should be money enough for you. Is exposure.
Yeah.
Have you been asked to do anything for exposure?
Yeah, it actually tastes really good on sandwiches. Have you ever tried putting it on a sandwich?
Oh, I love exposure on sandwiches.
It's really good.
I just people that see there's people that we hate in this world. See, we don't like to hate. This is not a hateful podcast. But we do hate narcs, and we do hate people that ask you to do shit for exposure.
Yeah. Those are the worst. Seriously.
Those are the worst type of people that you can have.
Yeah.
Around you. So, but
collaboration and money. That's what I want. No, I don't need.
Well,
exposure.
you're getting one of them.
Yeah.
You definitely get one of them, and I'm here with you. And my wallet's empty.
It's been a pleasure. I get you.
Thank you for once again letting me into your home and trusting me. I haven't farted once. I respect this place so much.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I am holding it in though, so I got to get the hell out of here.
All right,
before I blow it up. Guys, thank you so much for watching. We got links down below to Beat Farm Podcast Instagram. Christian, thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure, and I hope all of you guys have a good night.